Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back to the class, guys. I hope you all are doing really great. And now we are continuing in our Indian mapping series. Today's topic is going to be ocean currents, guys. The most confusing, a lot of ocean currents, warm currents, cold currents are there, which you have to keep in your mind. From this class, you will be getting these ocean currents on your tips, guys. Till now in our Indian mapping series, we have done a rivers already. And those who have done must be realizing the difference also. Right, now you are having these things on your tips, guys. Mountains are being done, your passes has been done, guys, and today ocean currents we are going to have it on our tips, right? Also, if you are liking the video, please support us, do comment, and if you want me to continue this series and if you want any other topic to be taught, just let me know through the comments, right? So without wasting any time, let us study. So first of all, you are understanding that there is some movement of water is happening, guys. Now you can say, sir, movement of water can be of two types, either horizontal or vertical. Suppose this is a water body. Okay, now movement of water means that horizontal movement is happening. Another movement is vertical. What do you mean by vertical movement? Means flow of water has been changed. Flow means the flow has been increased. Suppose this is your water body. Over here now its height has been increased. So that means water has increased from upwards. Understanding? So this much height has been increased. So this is vertical movement. So there are two types of movement which can happen in water. One you will say, sir, horizontal movement, and another one is vertical movement. Now, horizontal movement is basically, what do you mean by horizontal movement, or what are the forms of water movement you see in horizontal? Horizontal, you will see that waves are one kind of horizontal movement of water. Waves, in which you will see like this. You must have seen, right? Waves, sea waves, ocean waves. But this is not our agenda today. Another horizontal movement which you will see is ocean currents, guys. And ocean currents we have to study. Okay. Vertical movement mein you will be seeing tides. This is also not agenda, but tides also you study under oceanography. Another thing you see surges. Another thing you see in vertical movement is upwelling. Right? Certain basic difference, you know that tides are basically formed because of the gravitational pull. More you will study when tides will be your topic, right? Not right now. Waves are basically formed because of the force of the wind. Today's topic is ocean currents, so we will be seeing all the factors why ocean currents are forming. Don't worry about it, we will be understanding. So basically what you have understood from this flow chart is that movement of water is happening because of certain physical characteristics. Because of that, you will be seeing two types of movement, horizontal movement and vertical movement. Under horizontal movement, you have characteristics of the movement of water as waves, as ocean currents. Under vertical, you will see it as tides, surges, upwelling. From today's class, this ocean currents will be completed. Right? Now you see ocean currents, guys. First of all, you should have a simple definition of it. So simple definition which you will write that this is the horizontal flow of mass of water in a second keyword, in a fairly defined direction. Fairly defined direction, also over great distances. That means if you are saying that this equatorial current is flowing from here to here, then it will flow from here to here. Over great distances it is flowing. Also in one direction. It will not happen that this equatorial current is flowing from here, then it changed the direction like this. No. Alright. So this is a very important to understand. First of all, the definition. Horizontal flow of mass of water. Fairly defined direction. Over great distances. is basically ocean currents. Now you understand that if you want to have a flow, if you want to move, then for move certain, you can say certain difference is needed. Difference means gradient is needed. For example, if electricity want to flow, then there should be voltage difference. If something has to move, then there should be some height difference also. Suppose water has to move. If you will give this slope, automatically water will be moving. So what do you understand? That gradient is needed for anything to move, right? Or otherwise you give some force. But naturally, if you want something to move, then a slope, a gradient is needed. Now, how the slope is created, or what are the different factors from which these ocean currents are emerging, we will understand that. So you have to understand the factors now. Factors which are leading to the formation of ocean currents. And ocean currents are the horizontal flow of mass of water, fairly defined direction over great distances. Simple. See this, guys, over here, these are the ocean currents flowing in a specific direction over long distances is basically ocean currents. Ocean currents, what do you understand? See, suppose this is your land over here. This is your sea over here. Now ocean current means now the flow of this particular horizontal layer will be happening. Suppose this water is moving in this direction. Why? We will be seeing. Why the movement is happening, we will be seeing, right? But this movement is happening. Suppose wind force is there and you will see the wave formation. These are waves. But ocean currents will flow silently over long distances, guys. How this difference is created, how they are flowing, I'll be telling you. Right? These are responsible. What are the factors responsible for generation of these ocean currents, will be understanding. First factor which you can see is your first factor, guys. First factor important is temperature. This is our earth. You know that everybody, we are not receiving the same temperature, same sunlight, right? So more temperate regions, more temperature zone is basically this one. Equators, high temperature regions are these. Over here you will find low temperatures in temperate regions. Equatorial and tropics, you are having high temperature, this you know. So what happens because of temperature? Suppose this is a body of water. Just wait, guys. Suppose over here, this is your equator and this is your pole water. Over here water is present. What is happening over here? That means temperature is high over here. Because of that, what will happen? The molecules of this water will expand automatically. When they will expand, they will be occupying more area, right? They will be having high kinetic energy also. They will be expanding. So the volume of water over here will increase. They will try to expand. Hoga nahi hoga. Automatically it will happen. Whereas pole, there is not that much temperature. Basically very less temperature is you are getting over there. So what will happen? There will be cooler temperatures over here. So water molecule will try to condense. And because of condensement, you will see that they will be like having some lower level. They will be consuming less space. Automatically a gradient is developed, if you will see over here. Automatically a gradient is developed and now water will be flowing from this particular region to the colder regions. Because over here volume is increasing. Where this volume will go? Automatically to the lower volume regions. Lower volume regions are the less temperate regions, less temperature regions, right? So similarly, let me show you in the map, guys. Over here you are seeing this is your equator. At equators you will be having high temperatures, water will be expanding. Now these regions, water will be contracting, condensing. Automatically you will see the direction like from warmer areas to colder areas. Over here also, warmer to colder. Can you see? Sahi. So one reasons we have identified the temperature difference. Okay, one very important factor which is leading to the horizontal flow of mass of water in a fairly defined direction over great distances. Second, which you can say is your guys wind, and wind includes basically your planetary winds, you can write. Planetary winds. Those who have studied planetary winds must be understanding. Those who have not, you have to study too, guys. Planetary winds. What do you understand by that? Suppose this is a still water, not flowing. Okay, ये still water का area है, not flowing. But now wind has been, you have applied certain wind over here in this direction. What will happen? The water molecules, the water above surface will be flowing in this direction. If you will apply wind from here and stop this wind from here, then it will go in this direction automatically. So this water surface is basically moving with the force of wind. Now on the surface of earth, you will see that in the equators, the wind direction is basically in like this. Easterlies we call them. Those who have studied planetary winds must be understanding really well. Those who have not, just wait whenever and schedule your class on this planetary winds, guys, like this. On, if I show you in this particular map, you will see that this equator zone, this particular tropic zone, the winds, planetary winds move like this. Automatically, the ocean water will be moving in which direction? From this particular east to west direction, guys, like this. Right, this will be happening. Then you know that this temperate regions, westerlies flow like this. Automatically in these areas, you will see the wind direction or the water direction, it will be in this way. So in this map, what you are identifying, don't see the names right now. Names you will be on your tips, guys, don't worry about it. But you are seeing that this equatorial currents are basically moving from this to this direction, north equatorial, south equatorial, north equatorial, south equatorial. See the direction. Sahi. But one thing you will notice that, sir, in between those equatorial currents, we have one type of current which is flowing from west to east, that is counter equatorial current. What is this? I'll be telling you later on. Counter equatorial current, don't worry. Okay. और अभी यहीं पर you try to understand what are counter equatorial current, guys. You try to understand in this particular slide. What happens at the equator, at this 0 degree, what happens? That winds are flowing like this. And because of the high temperature over here, you will see that a zone of interconvergence zone is formed, ITCZ. Right. Now, this area is basically very calm and stable. Calm and stable. Also known as doldrums. This you will study when you will be studying the topic planetary winds, not over here, guys. Now you are seeing that these winds are blowing and they are flowing like this, and the water will be moving like this. Automatically over here, there will be pile up of water which will be happening. So counter equatorial current flows because of that, because this calm area is there, and a counter push is always there. Every action has reaction. Similarly is happening over here. So you will see that over here counter equatorial current will flow because there is no other force which is stopping them, because there is no wind area. This is a no wind area, guys. That's why automatically counter equatorial current will be flowing. There are a lot of other reasons also. Some will be cleared in your planetary winds topic, but this much information is all right. Over here you have seen that, okay, I have equatorial current and counter equatorial current at the equators. North one will be known as north equatorial current, south one will be known as south equatorial current, and at the center you will see equatorial counter current or counter equatorial current will also be flowing like this. This much I hope you understood from the winds factor. So over here planetary wind factor is right. Third important factor which you will find over here, guys, is your salinity. Very, very important. Salinity. How salinity is causing the movement of water, you understand. Salinity. What do you mean by salinity? Salinity means, now this is also a defined topic in your geography, oceanography classes, but I'll be telling you in a short way. Suppose I have taken 2 beakers. Salinity means the number of dissolved salt in a water. So this is, I have taken water and this is free from any salt. So you can call this water as fresh water. That's why you study 2 types of lake, freshwater lake and your salty saline water lakes. And oceans are saline or freshwater. Oceans are automatically saline because a lot of salts are present in oceans, right? So salinity is present in ocean, right? Over here, freshwater. and suppose I have taken this saline water over. Saline water means the number of salts is being dissolved over here. Now, if you will see that this fresh water will be comparatively lighter than the saline water, this will be dense. Dense means number of molecules are more into this, and so this will be more heavy. Again, you will see that more saline water will be condensing, will be basically contracting, whereas the fresh water, less saline water, will be having the nature of expanding. So this is less saline water. This is dense or high saline water. Automatically you will see a gradient is developed. So if I ask you, movement of water should happen from where to where? Less saline water, lighter, it will expand. It will be having high level, high volume. Automatically volume increased, it will try to go into the lower volume regions. Lower volume regions will be having, for high saline water will be having lower volume regions because of this density, because they will be having this dense nature. So automatically less saline water will be flowing towards high saline water, guys. As it is, try to note down. Pointer. Because less saline water is having like a large volume, it will be expanding. Now expanded water has to go into the condensed area. Condensed area you will get in high saline water regions. Okay, let me tell you one example also. See over here, you can see the Mediterranean Sea, guys. So Mediterranean Sea, you are seeing these regions. This Mediterranean Sea, this is your North Atlantic Sea. Which region will be high? Region will be high saline regions or high salinity regions? You understand that this region is bounded by landmass. Over here, evaporation will be happening because more temperature is there because of the landmass attached nearby. So more saline region will be, you will be seeing this Mediterranean Sea, more saline. Automatically in this particular North Atlantic region, you will be seeing this particular region as a less saline. So less saline means the water will be moving now from where to where? From less saline to more saline. So water will be moving from this area to the inside area, because less saline means you will see volume will be expanding and it will be going to the condensing, wherever the water is condensing. Condensing is happening in more saline region. So this is one factor which you have to keep in mind, guys. One more factor which plays in the direction of these currents is basically your Coriolis forces. Coriolis force is basically the force developed from the rotation of the earth. And if you are seeing that in north, the wind direction are flowing from this clockwise direction, they are flowing. In the south, they are flowing in the anti-clockwise direction. See this A, B, clockwise, anti-clockwise. These are important factors. Directly they can ask you. Rest of the factors they also say, like fifth factor, density. Now density and temperature and salinity are all connected. Less dense areas, high dense areas you will be seeing, right? Water will be moving from high density to low density areas, right? So these are factors which you have seen in the generation of ocean currents. But now the main important area is to learn these ocean currents, all names, wherever these ocean currents are located, we should know. This is the major deal which we have to do from this lecture, guys, right? Because ये सब तो आपको समझ में आ जाता है, ये सब तो आप भी समझ रहे हो. 99% of the student who will read it, he will be also understanding. But now the major deal is to keep this map in over here. Now this is a heavy task which we will do in this class, right? See the currents now, guys. We will be understanding currents over here. This is your equator. What you are seeing that because of the temperature, what you are seeing, guys, because of the temperature, equatorial currents or the winds, or basically the equatorial currents will be warmer, flowing from west to east, or you can say they will flow from this area to above areas. And the polar regions will be having cold currents, so they will be falling from north to south. They will be coming towards equator. So like this, you will be seeing this will be coming down, and these warm currents will be going up. So warm currents and cold currents you have to know. Also, they will be asking you, first of all, which of the following is the warm current? or cold current, like this question will come on the, like how these particular in Atlantic, they can ask you how this current system is working. Atlantic, like arrange the following currents, arrangement type question can come. Then a continent type question, that which current is situated in the western side of the continent or the eastern side of the continent. For example, they can ask you Benguela is situated in the western side of South America. So this will be wrong, right? So like this, you have to open up your eyes, and from this perspective, you have to see. So let us see, focus only at the equators first. You know that this black is basically representing my warm current. Over here, what you will see that I have two types of current, north equatorial current, south equatorial current. Why their direction is eastwards? Because of the easterlies. Also, one type of current you are seeing over here, equatorial counter currents, that is flowing from west to east. Three types of current are being done. Now focus over here, guys. I am taking you to this particular region, that is of Atlantic, North Atlantic Ocean. This particular region, when you will see, you will say at the equators, I have north equatorial current, which is shown by this particular line over here, you will see. Obviously, counter equatorial current will also be flowing, but this wind is going easterly is going, but certain landmass is present over here. That why it got deflected, and when it got deflected and it moved from this particular area of eastern side of North America continent, you will see that this is termed as Gulf Stream. So the arrangement is first north equatorial current, Gulf Stream, and then Gulf Stream will be known as this. Again, this is still warm water, guys, warm current, and that will be getting deflected. This after Gulf Stream, this will be known as North Atlantic Drift. Drift means the speed will increase. Stream, drift, current is nothing but the difference in speed. Stream is faster in speed, right? So over here, North Atlantic Drift is again a warm current, and it will now deflect. One will be moving upwards, that is the top portion of the Europe, and it will be known as Norwegian current. The Norwegian current, though it is present in the colder areas, it is a warm current, guys. And because of this warm current, it is taking the warmness into these areas of cold areas of these countries. So because of this particular current, you will see the most of the ports of here are basically do not freeze. They do not freeze in cold times because of the warm current present over here, guys. Otherwise, because of this Ohio and over here, you will see all the ports freeze over here. The seas converts, or the ocean will convert into ice. But because of this Norwegian current, this does not happen over here in this particular region of Europe. So one current is basically coming down, one is going upwards, North Atlantic, then one is going downwards, and over here you will find one cold current in the form of Canary, and Canary is a cold current, guys, which is flowing in the western side of the Northern Africa continent. You have to mention it, Northern Africa. First of all, don't see this, just see the name. So if I would like to have a rough picture of what we are seeing, then you are understanding, sir, over here North Equatorial Current, counter Equatorial Current is flowing, Gulf Stream, then over here I have North Atlantic Drift, Gulf Stream, North Equatorial Current. Over here two branches, one is basically converted into your Norwegian current, and another one over here you will see in the form of Canary. Mark the cold current over here, the only cold current present over here in this circle. Because of the Coriolis force, the circle is forming anti-clockwise direction, right? A lot of factors are into play. This particular loop is completed, guys. Okay. Acha, if I ask you that why the direction of this North Atlantic region, so this what you are understanding was the region of North Atlantic. So if you want to mark, put the heading North Atlantic region and current situation, you know. Over here, why this direction is like this? Because of the easterlies, because of the westerlies flow over here, guys, like this. Now I would suggest those who have not done planetary winds, please do planetary winds first, guys. Okay, 15-20 minutes topic is that planetary winds. You will understand that why the direction is like this. Okay, though if you want to do it later on, so just understand over here that this is the direction. Also, when you will see that Norwegian, now this current will cool down automatically from Arctics, you will see two cold currents coming down. That is East Greenland current. You can simply say Greenland current, also Labrador current. In this new Fox Island over here, you will find this particular region, Gulf Stream and cold current will be meeting and they will be forming very good ground for fishing, guys. Right? It is very famous for fishing ground. So over here in the NCRTs, you will see this statement too, Newfound Island of Canada. Okay. Why this is happening? Because of the meeting up of two currents, cold current and warm current over here. So foggy situation will happen. Similar situation you will see over here in Japan region also. I'll be telling you later on. But this is the situation of North Atlantic Ocean. Now you see the situation of, complete this particular part first. This was your cold current situation. Over here Greenland. Over here Gulf Stream से match करने के लिए Labrador. Labrador, Greenland and this Canary are basically cold currents. Rest all are warm currents. They can ask you in any form, but you have to know this is over here North America, this is over here Europe, Eastern Europe, and this is over here Northern Africa. Eastern Europe over here, Northern Africa over here. By that you will know that this is the western side of Africa continent, this is the western side of European continent, this is the eastern side of North American continent. Okay. Now you see the Southern Atlantic Ocean, guys. Mark the heading in your notes, Southern Atlantic Ocean. Over here you will be seeing again in this direction South Equatorial current will be flowing. Observe this particular part, South is Equatorial current. Why direction like this? Because of the easterlies. South Equatorial current was flowing like this, but landmass appeared, so now it will go down, and this is warm current in the form of, name is Brazilian or Brazil warm current. You will see it in the eastern margin of eastern margin of this particular continent, that is of South American continent. Now over here you observe the cold current. Cold current is flowing in the southern pole like this. Like this. Why it is flowing in this direction? Because of the westerlies. Westerlies will take away from west to east. So it is flowing like that, this, but South Pacific, South Indian, South Atlantic Sea, but it is coming across to this water body, this landmass. Now when this will come across this landmass, automatically it will get deflected, and this will get deflected in the form of cold current, and this cold current will be known as Benguela. Also over here, this you will find Falkland Island. If you have seen my world geography series, Falkland Island. So over here it will also be known as Falkland current. This is also a cold current, guys, Falkland current. So Brazilian, then you will see South Atlantic, Bengalian, and then again Equatorial. Over here, if I want to create it, then South Equatorial, Brazil, Falkland over here, South Pacific, South Atlantic over here, and this is your Benguela. Don't get confused. Benguela, Canary over here. Benguela again on the western margin. Canary western margin. So this question can also be asked, that on the western margin you are seeing most of the time cold currents. This is Australia, western margin, again cold current. This is South America, again Peru. Though we are going to see later on, but you understand, western margin of the continents is being carried away by these cold currents, and because of these cold currents, what will happen? Dry winds will be happening, and so areas of desertic areas you will be seeing over here, guys. So in deserts, you understand, but the formation factor, one of the factor forming the deserts is basically the cold currents flowing nearby, right? Again, you have to see South Equatorial, Brazilian, this cold current over here, Falkland, they have not written it, but you write South Atlantic, Benguela. Now you see this particular region of Pacific, guys. Pacific region, तो ये दोनों region Pacific है, right? See this Pacific region. Let me try to give you a picture of Pacific. So to make the Pacific, this is, I can say USA. This is USA. Over here, you can say that this is your North America, which is going on. Like this, you can understand. Over here, you can understand this is Southeast Asia. Then this is your Russia. This is your Southeast Asia, China. Over here, Sakhalin Island. This is your Russia. This is, I have created a big gap, but this gap is not that much big, right? What I want you to say that this is particular Pacific Ocean. I'm combining these areas. Over here, you will find island groups. Over here, you will find Australia like this. And your equator like this. Yeah, though I have not made it correctly, equator will be passing through South American continent, but you understand. This is your North America, this is your Russia, this is your Australia, and this is your South America. Make it a bit larger. What you are understanding that in between this, we have Pacific Ocean. Now let me tell you. Obviously, over here, North Equatorial Current will be flowing like this. Okay. So when it will be flowing in the regions of this Japan area, it will be known as Kuroshio current over here. Kuroshio current. Let me write it. Kuroshio current. Then again, this warm current will be going like this, and it will be named as North Pacific current. This was North Equatorial current. Over here, North Equatorial current. Over here, Gulf Stream. Over here, North Atlantic drift. Over here, Norwegian. Then Canary cold. Then over here, Labrador. Then Greenland. I hope you are understanding. But over here, its name is North Pacific because it is in the North Pacific. So North Pacific current is a warm current. Kuroshio current is a warm current. And then it will get deflected over here, guys. And it will get deflected in the form of one will be going down and one will be going up like this. And this upper part, because of this Alaskan state, it will be named as Alaska current, guys. And Alaska current is a warm current over here. See the map. From here, North Equatorial current, Kuroshio is coming, North Pacific is going. North Pacific is going like this. One branch downwards, one branch upwards. Upward branch is Alaskan warm current, right? So over here you are seeing Alaskan warm current. The downward branch will basically the cold current, and cold current will be known as California current. And this particular region, you will be having the formation of deserts. And deserts I have taught you in World Geography class. We have done also the World Geography whole series we have done. Just watch it with patience. You will be understanding. Everything in UPSC is connected, right? One way or the other. So one cold current, California. But from above also cold currents will be coming. So one important cold current from here will be coming as Oyashio current. Oyashio current, and they will be meeting. These Oyashio and Kuroshio will be meeting and forming the well-known ground for fishing, guys. This Japan area. So Oyashio and Kuroshio is meeting. In the examination, you will get confused between that Oyashio is warm or cold, or Kuroshio is warm or cold. So make something, guys. K-O. Kuroshio warm, Oyashio cold over here. Oyashio current. So you understood that how many things we have. We have North Equatorial, Kuroshio, North Pacific current, Alaskan. Cold current में California and Oyashio coming from here. Now what about the South Pacific Ocean? South Pacific Ocean, guys. Or this particular South Pacific Ocean. What is happening over here? Again, over here you will be seeing South Equatorial current will be flowing like this. SEC. When it will be going down because of this Australia, so in the eastern region of Australia, you will find Eastern Australian current, right? Automatically the name will be Eastern Australian current. It will be warm, but downward side you are seeing that this particular cold currents are forming, and because of the presence of the South America, this particular direction you will see of one cold current known as Peruvian current. Peru current or Peruvian cold current. One more name is over here of this cold current is Humboldt. Humboldt, guys. So this Humboldt cold current is in the western side of South American continent, and then it will be joining like this. See over here. South Pacific, South Atlantic, South Indian. Because of the landmass, this Peruvian current you will find over here cold. Because of this, some deserts you will see Atacama deserts over here, world driest desert you will see over here. This is also known as Humboldt. Over here, South Equatorial current is warm. come over here, where it will go near the south, west side of south or east side of South Australia. So over here it is named as East Australian current, which is warm. Okay, so what you are understanding, you have killed the specific region of both sides. Basically, when you will turn around, this will create a Pacific Ocean figure like this. Okay, this thing is killed. Only Indian Ocean is left. Cold current over here is South Indian, South Equatorial, right? And when it will be flowing from this particular warm current, you will be seeing it is flowing from Madagascar region. It will be known as Mozambique current, cold current. And in the west eastern side of this Africa, you will see named as Okhlas. Okhlas is basically warm current. You will get confused between Okhlas and Humboldt. This they give an examination. Humboldt is same as Peruvian current. And then South Indian will be termed as, again, it will be get deflected from this Australian continent, and it will be known as West Australian current, which is basically cold current. So over here you will see cold current. Understanding, guys? Over here you will see North Equatorial current is going like this, and one branch will also be known as Somalian current. Warm current it will be. So not a lot of feature you will see over here, but you will see the feature of ocean currents over here in the large ocean masses. Okay, try to draw once, guys, without like just draw it in a simple manner. How you will draw it, I'll give you on. So Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean I'm drawing. Atlantic, this is North Atlantic. So name these currents, guys. Can you name these currents simply? South Atlantic. Pacific. Over here you will come Japan area, North Pacific, Alaskan. Cold current in the form of OSU. And California. Over here you will see California like this. Because this is America over here shown, right? I hope you are understanding this. Alaskan will be formed like this. In the Southern Pacific, what you will see, South Equatorial is going like this. This is the eastern side of, this is East Australian current. And over here, this particular South Pacific is going. And it will go up like this, Humboldt current. I hope you are understanding all this. Over here, what you will see, okay, again, like this it is happening. Angolan, Mozambique, South Indian Ocean. Okay, Western Australian current. Over here you will be seeing North Equatorial current and Somali current. That's it. Try to practice, guys. Whatever we have studied, we have marked it on our map, and this is same thing is going on. They can ask you the direction, loop, arrangement, name, warm, cold, whatever they will ask you. This much information is more than enough. Not required that you put 3-4 hours in understanding ocean currents. So this much information is more than enough to handle prelims or mains question based on ocean currents. So this is all for this class. Thank you so much, guys. Please revise this multiple times, and I'll meet you in the next session. Do comment also if you are liking the session. I'll also know. And if you want any other topic to be taught, please mention that. Thank you so much.